everybody, my name is Mr. Francy and welcome back to Mr. Francy Reads. Okay, so today I'm going through my March TBR, talking all the books I plan to read in the month of March, including at least 3 buddy reads, and well, as of April there'll be 4 buddy reads, but anyway, so much to get into, so let's begin. The first book that I have on my March TBR is this book, The Well of Ascension. This is book number 2 by Brandon Sanderson in the Mistborn trilogy, Mistborn Era 1. This book, the actual book itself, is 756 pages long, which makes it a tome and a... Sorry, not a tome. Yes, a tome. A tome and a half to get through. I am going to be reading The Well of Ascension alongside the other books that I plan to read. So I'll probably read Well of Ascension during the week, on the weekdays, when I don't have a lot of time to read, and then reading a lot of the other stuff during the weekends. But anyway, let's get on to everything else that I plan to read. So Well of Ascension is an official buddy read. So that is part of the Brandon Sanderson Cosmere Universe buddy reads that we are doing at the moment. In January and February, we read book 1 in the Stormlight Archives, The Way of Kings, and for March it is Well of Ascension, book 2 in the Mistborn series. So if you're up to that one and you want to join us, link to my Discord is in the description. All right. So that was a last minute add-on to my March TBR. Now to my regular TBR for March. The first official book that I plan to pick up in the month of March is this book, which is Clockwork Princess. This is book number 3 in the Infernal Devices by Cassandra Clare, and it is the final book in the Infernal Devices series. This book is going to help me to cross the Infernal Devices series off of my SAS list, which is fantastic. Okay, so this is a YA fantasy, I believe. I don't know if it's fantasy or paranormal, but I think it is fantasy. And this particular book is 569 pages long, so that makes it a tome. Yeah, I mean, Cassandra Clare's books are not wrong. They are long, so I just need to come to expect that. But, we read Clockwork Angel in January, Clockwork Prince in February, and in March, closing it out with Clockwork Princess. And then we are going on to the Malik series. I don't remember what it's called. The Eldest Curses trilogy will begin in April, and I cannot wait to start that particular series because it features my favorite ship in this universe of Cassandra Clare's, which is Malik, made up of Alec and Magnus. So yeah, reading Clockwork Princess in March. That's the first official book I'm picking up. So the second book I plan to pick up in the month of March has me so happy because it's been far too long since I picked up since I picked up the most recent book I read in this series. But finally, there needs to be a celebration. I need to throw a grand ball to celebrate the fact that I'm finally getting back to this series. Lee and Hollis's Haley Powell Food and Cocktail Mystery Series. Book number 4 is Death of a Chocoholic. I cannot wait. Last year I read the first 3 books. Book number 3 being Death of a Coupon Clipper was the buddy read for this month. So in March we're buddy reading Death of a Chocoholic. I am so excited. It is an adult cozy mystery series where we follow Haley Powell, a single mother of 2 children, or 2 or 3, I can't remember, but single mother of children, and she writes a food blog or article or column or something like that on the side, and every couple of chapters we get to see what she writes in her column, where she just starts off talking a little bit about something that's going on in her day or her week, and then ends the column by relating that to a food recipe. And I just love it. This series is so extremely cozy. It is extremely on the extreme cozy side of being a cozy mystery, and I cannot wait to get back to it. I was just waiting for everyone to catch up because I'd read the first 3 books in this series, and in January for the buddy read we were reading books 1 and 2, and in February this month we were reading because I'm filming this in February, we were reading book 3, and so in March, yay, I finally get to join back in. I'm so excited to read Death of a Chocoholic. This book is 330-ish pages long, so roughly about a half tome. But yeah, very excited to get back to the Hayley Powell Food and Cocktail Mystery Series world. All right, the next book that I plan to read, I am very surprised that this book is coming in third. Oh, okay. Technically speaking, Death of a Chocoholic is 346 pages long because it has recipes at the back of the book. Okay. So the third book that I am reading is book number 2 in the To All the Boys I've Loved Before series. It is this book, P.S. I Still Love You by Jenny Han. I've been wanting to read it for 3 years. I finally read To All the Boys I Loved Before, book 1 in this trilogy in February, and I liked it, especially by the time I got to the end. I had fallen in love with it. So I'm looking forward to reading book number 2. And book number 2 in that series is 337 pages long. The fourth book that I plan to pick up, oh my gosh, I will hold a grand ball to welcome Leon Hollis back into my life, but I am going to hold an even grander ball to welcome my dear favorite female author of all time, Amanda Flower, back into my life. It's been far too long between readings. Oh my gosh, I am starting the Magic Garden mystery series, book number 1 being Flowers and Foul Play. You guys, I have to comment on the size of this book. Oh my gosh, give me one moment. All right, I really need to impress upon you the differences in sizes between Assaulted Caramel, book number 1 in the Amish Candy Shop Mystery Series, and book number 1 in the Magic Garden Mystery Series, Flowers and Foul Play. So Assaulted Caramel's height is 17 centimeters, and its width across the cover is 10.5. The height of Flowers and Foul Play is 21 centimeters, so that is a full 4 centimeters taller, and the width is 14 centimeters across the cover, which is about 3 to 4 centimeters wider. So 3 to 4 centimeters taller and wider for Flowers and Foul Play compared to your mass market paperback edition of Assaulted Caramel. And I know I can't show it to you, which is really sad because I want to show it to you as a visual, but just listen to the noise. It is floppy. It is floppy as all heck. I love it. Oh my gosh. Amanda Flower, how is Flowers and Foul Play so beautifully sized and Assaulted Caramel so small? But anyway, oh my gosh, I am so happy I get to be back with my dear Amanda Flower and get to read more of her works, and yay, finally get to read something that is not part of her Amish world, because last year, Amanda Flower dominated my TBR with her Amish collection. So her Amish Matchmaker and her Amish Candy Shop series. So this year I'm reading the Magic Garden Mystery Series, starting off with this book. And I'm also reading her Magic Book Shop mystery series as well. But yeah, Flowers and Foul Play is my fourth book that I plan to pick up. This is an adult cozy mystery series, and this particular edition is 312 pages long. And then there's also an excerpt from book number 2, I believe, which is Death and Daisies. So the total page count of this book, cover to cover, is 336 pages long. But oh my gosh, I get to be back with my dear Amanda Flower. Mark you, Mr. Francy, very, very happy. The fifth regular book, and when I say fifth, I need to clarify and say regular, because not including Well of Ascension, fifth book, that I plan to read is this book, What to Say Next by Julie Buxbaum. So I read Tell Me Three Things by Julie Buxbaum in February, and I really enjoyed it. And this one I'm looking forward to even more. So I purchased both of them at the same time and realized that I purchased them specifically for What to Say Next. So I decided to read Tell Me Three Things first and what to say next second. So yeah, really looking forward to this. This is a YA contemporary, and it is a total of, I actually have it here. I don't know why I keep looking in the book. I don't know why. It is a total of 320 pages long. I am so thrilled. This is how long I've been wanting to read this book. I had this, I asked for this from my mystery KK, my Kris Kringle for Christmas in the family. And so happy that they're able to get me this one. And yeah, loved Tell Me Three Things. So really looking forward to reading What to Say Next. All right. Speaking of next, the next book that I plan to read is this book, Amina's Song by Henna Khan. This is book number 2 in the Amina's Voice duology, and this book will help me to close out that duology. I, at the time of filming, have not yet read Amina's Voice, book number 1, but it is the next book I plan to read. At the time of recording, it is Wednesday, the 22nd of February. I plan to pick up Amina's Voice on Saturday, which is just a moment, it's not that far away. Saturday the 25th. So in 3 days' time, I plan to pick up Amina's Voice. So I'm taking a big risk already having Amina's song, not knowing if I'm gonna like Amina's Voice. And that is a possibility because I purchased Furthermore and Witchwood, the duology by Tahara Murphy, and got 4 chapters, or even less maybe, into Furthermore, and DNF'd Furthermore, and therefore DNF'd Witchwood. So I'm hoping I love Amina's Voice because I did end up purchasing Amina's song. So this is a middle grade contemporary, and oh wow, it's got a lot of pages. It's got just a moment, 304 pages, but the text font is considerably bigger than what you would get in an adult book. So that's probably what makes up for the page count there. But yeah, that is a middle grade contemporary series about a girl that we follow who is Spanish, living in America, trying to embrace the American culture whilst also trying to teach those around her about the Spanish one. So yeah, really excited to get into, book 1 on Saturday, but also book 2 in March. All right. So my 7th regular book that I plan to read is a book that Tiffany from the Beach Bum Bookworm has me so incredibly excited to begin. I don't ever jump on a hype train, and I don't know if others have decided to read this book based on her recommendation or not. I've only seen her talk about it, but the way she talks about it is so infectious in a good way that I have to read this just to see if it will give me the same joy that it gives Tiffany. And that is this book, A Plus One for Murder by Laura Bradford. So this is an adult cozy mystery, and it is book 1 in the A Friend for Hire mystery series. I don't want to know much about this at all. All I know is that we follow Emma, I believe, who is someone that is literally, as the series suggests, a friend that you can hire to do friend things. So I look forward to that cozy aspect of this book and cannot wait to give it a go. At the moment, it's a duology, so we'll have to see what happens, but really excited. This is an adult cozy mystery, and it is 304 pages long, the exact same amount of pages as Amina's song. You know, I feel like I'm celebrating a lot in March because I'm going to have the ball that I'm hosting for Leon Hollis, the grand ball that I'm hosting for Amanda Flower. But I'm going to host my VIP ball for anyone out there who appreciates Kevin Van Wy as much as I do. Let's put Nate Plus One up on the screen. I am finally getting to this book. So, a little bit of a backstory. I think it was 2 years ago. I read Kevin Van Wy's debut novel, which is called Date Me, Bryson Keller. Date Me, Bryson Keller, as with Nate Plus One, both of these are YA male romances. And oh my gosh, did I love Date Me, Bryson Keller so much. There's so much I want to say about Date Me, Bryson Keller, but we don't have a lot of time and I can't say spoilers. All I will say is it is the single best male romance that I have ever read for many reasons. And if you want to know why, let me know. And maybe after I read Nate Plus One, I'll do a discussion on Date Me Bryson Keller and Nate Plus One discussing why I love Kevin Van Wy as a male romance author compared to a lot of other male romance authors out there. I need to be very clear. Date Me Bryson Keller is not a contemporary. It may be labeled as a contemporary. I don't know if it is, but in my view, it is a straight up male YA romance. And I think that this one is going to be as well. But I've been looking forward to reading whatever Kevin Van Wy wrote next. After reading Date Me Bryson Keller, I fully, wholly, and completely trusted Kevin Van Wy to the point that I knew whatever he releases next, Kevin Van Wy will be an auto-buy author for me. I'll buy whatever it is. And then I totally forgot because I was so busy reading so many other books last year. And then when I finally looked it up towards the end of last year, I saw that he had released Nate Plus One and definitely put this at the top of my list for my Kris Kringle for the family, same as with the other book I was talking to you about before. And my Kris Kringle came through, got me this book. So happy. Cannot wait to get back into another Kevin Van Wy. Oh, you guys. March is going to be my month. I'm just telling you now. It definitely is. All right, the 9th book I plan to read is another author I love. I am spoiled for just such great authors and great books that I am not only eagerly anticipating, but just can't wait to begin and be back with these great authors. And that is, in this case, Ian Rob Wright. So we're going to put... I don't know if we say the word here or the letters, and I won't know till I start reading it. But anyway, it is spelled ASBO. So I don't know if it's Asbo or if it's ASBO by Ian Rob Wright. So this is book number 2 in the Damien Verse series. I read The Housemates last year, which is book 4 in this series, not knowing it was book 4. I thought it was a standalone, and you can read it as a standalone, which is an adult horror. Then found out that there were 3 other books that preceded The Housemates being the final book in the series, and decided I loved Ian Rob Wright so much that I was willing to go back and read the first 3. So I read Sam, book 1 in this series in January, and I liked it. I gave The Housemates 5 stars. I gave Sam 4 stars, and I'm really looking forward to reading this one. Adult horror, all of these books, and Ian Rob Wright knows how to write adult horror for me. And if I say I can't wait to get into this one, am I sounding like a broken record? Who cares? It's my TBR. I'm happy. I'm allowed to be happy about this. I'm happy about all of these books. Oh my gosh. And the final regular, the 10th regular non-Well of Ascension book, the final book that I plan to read in the month of February is this book, The Lion, the Witch and the Wardrobe by C.S. Lewis. This is book number 2 in chronological order in the Chronicles of Narnia series. This is a buddy read that we are doing over on the Discord. So again, come along and join us if you will. So I have not yet read book 1, The Magician's Nephew, but I plan to read that when I'm done with Amina's Voice. So this weekend I'll read Amina's Voice and The Magician's Nephew, and The Lion, the Witch and the Wardrobe is book number 2. This is a middle grade fantasy or classic, depending upon who you are. It was originally published as a middle grade fantasy, but apparently they've stood the test of time. So they're now referred to as classics. So let me know in the comments below. Should I be looking at these as middle grade classics or middle grade fantasies? Let me know. But anyway, this particular one is 171 pages long. Very quickly, ASBO is 201 pages long. Nate Plus One is 256 pages long. Okay, so very quickly going over those buddy reads again for you, just in case you missed them or didn't get the chance to write them down. You want to join us. All of the buddy reads that I'm doing in 2023, there are going to be a total of 5 buddy reads I'm doing in 2023. And as of now, 4 of them are active. The 5th one will be activated in April, but so far there are 4 that are active. So the Brandon Sanderson Cosmere Universe buddy read for March is going to be Well of Ascension, and the Alloy of Law. So it depends on where you're at. If you are starting Mistborn Era 1, then your read would be the Well of Ascension. If you're starting Mistborn Era 2, then it will be the Alloy of Law. We have both books as an option for you, and I'll be reading Well of Ascension. Then we have the Cassandra Clare buddy read. So in March, we are finishing off the Infernal Devices by reading Clockwork Princess and then starting the Red Scrolls of Magic in April. In the Hayley Powell Food and Cocktail Mystery Series, we're reading book number 4, which is Death of a Chocoholic. And then in April, book 5, Death of a Christmas Caterer. And we're going to be doing one Hayley Powell Food and Cocktail Mystery Series book per month with that one. And for Chronicles of Narnia, in March, we're reading The Lion, the Witch, and the Wardrobe. In February, The Magician's Nephew. Okay. So the other buddy read series, just in case you were wondering and wanted to prepare to join me, will be the Zodiac Academy series. So in April, we'll begin that with The Awakening, and we're going to end that one in November with book 8, Zodiac Academy. So I'm looking forward to that as well. If any of these buddy reads interest you and you did not know about the buddy reads I was doing, I always have a link to my Discord in the description. Click on the link. Please come along. We'd love to have you over there. Everyone is welcome. It's a safe, fun, loving community. So please, if you'd like to come along, please do. We would love to have you over there. Yeah, we discuss all of the stuff to do with buddy reads over there, and all of the buddy reads are pinned in their own buddy read channel. So the schedule is very easy to access as well if you'd like to be a part of that. Okay. If I was filming a visual of me right now, I would be saying, now for everyone's favourite game that we like to call These are the books that I plan to read. I'm sure they would fall down because Well of Ascension is so heavy and it's on the top of the pile, so they probably would have toppled over by now. Just imagine that happening. Mr. Francy getting a little bit, just going a bit nuts over here because, oh my god, my books have fallen. Okay. And then saying, these are the books that I plan to get through in the month of March 2023. What books are you planning to get through in the month of March 2023? Let me know in the comments below. But in the meantime, that is where I am going to leave it, letting you all go with peace, blessings, and so much love. Please do be kind and love one another and spread your sparkling energy all throughout the world. Do not forget to hashtag save the TBRs, and until next time, happy reading. Bye everyone!